MMA boxing talk here. I just want to talk about Max Holloway and basically the featherweight picture. You know, um, now Max Holloway is on a 9 fight win streak. Max Holloway is 16-3 in MMA. Um, but the resume he's put together during this 9 fight win streak is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Um, some of the big wins was he had a lot of big wins, but big significant opponents that he beat, significant wins. um, Cole Miller was a pretty significant win at that time. um, Cub Swanson, that was a really big win for Max Holloway. Max Holloway was a pretty heavy underdog in that fight. Cub Swanson was a much more experienced opponent. And Max Holloway went in there and submitted him, taking home the performance of the night. Then he fought Charles Oliveira, which was a real it was an odd fight. Oliveira had something wrong. I think it was his esophagus or something like that. He basically had to stop the fight. Max Holloway ended up winning it basically by you know by a fluke injury for Holloway. Um, Then he fought Jeremy Stephens. He won a unanimous decision. That was a close fight, but showed Holloway's discipline in that fight because Jeremy Stephens, is a a dangerous man with heavy hands. And Max Holloway, was smart in that fight and did what he had to do to win. And then most recently, Ricardo Lamas, great fight by the way at UFC 199, but Max Holloway just showing his how good he really is against a solid opponent like Ricardo Lamas. Now, I just want to read you like the last 4 guys he fought: Swanson, Oliveira, Stephens, and Lamas. Right now, and they were ranked higher when he fought them, of course. But after they lose, you go down in rankings. But right now, Jeremy Stephens is ranked number 7. Charles Oliveira is ranked number 6. Cub Swanson's ranked number 5. Ricardo Lamas is ranked number 4. So Holloway's beat all these guys. Okay, he's beat the 7th, 6th, 5th, and the 4th ranked guy. He's ranked 3rd, Max Holloway. Frankie Edgar, is still ranked above Max Holloway. I guess I don't know, that kind of seems weird after losing to Aldo, and Holloway's on a 9 fight win streak, but Frankie's still ahead of him. Okay, sure, but Holloway should be fighting Frankie Edgar. And I put out a video yesterday. I heard a rumor, just a rumor, nothing official, but Frankie Edgar wants to fight at UFC 202, or sorry, UFC 205 in Madison Square Garden. Frankie Edgar's from the area. He wants to be on that card. But I heard rumors that Frankie might be fighting Jeremy Stephens. Now, nothing official. Jeremy Stephens is wanting that fight. We'll see what'll happen. I can't see Frankie Edgar being too willing to jump in there with Stephens. But hey, maybe he will. We'll see. I think he would beat Stephens, even though it'd be a great fight. But really, that's Max Holloway's fight to be fighting Frankie. Max Holloway doesn't really have to fight Frankie. He should get, he should really be fighting Aldo right now. It's a pretty messed up situation. I think the best bet for Max Holloway right now is if and he's got to kind of wait and see what happens next weekend. But if Conor McGregor happens to beat Nate Diaz, if McGregor wins next weekend, and McGregor doesn't go back to 145, he does whatever else, who knows? Then Max Holloway could get that fight with Jose Aldo. And I think if McGregor doesn't end up fighting at 145, they're going to strip him of the title. I think now. So then you have Aldo versus Holloway for the vacant title, and that would be the real title. But man, oh man, Max Holloway, what else does he have to do to get a title shot? A lot of people were saying, okay, well he should fight Frankie next, but now you hear Frankie might be fighting Jeremy Stephens. I know it's just a rumor, but anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Max Holloway, what an amazing fighter. Very underrated fighter in my opinion. One of the most underrated fighters in the UFC. I'm a huge fan of this guy. He definitely has what it takes to be a champion. Very tough, very skilled. Has the heart of a champion. You know what I mean? He just puts it all on the line, and he's really getting screwed though right now. 9-fight win streak. He's beat a lot of top 10 guys. I could see him getting screwed out of this and having to fight, number 8th ranked guy Dennis Bermudez, who he lost to back in 2013. It was a very young Max Holloway, mind you. It was 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. So Max Holloway would have been 22. So I mean, he definitely was a young kid. It was a split decision, so maybe they won't make him fight him. Dennis Bermudez won a split decision. Bermudez is coming off of a win, mind you, but he really hasn't done anything lately, so hasn't beaten anybody. So that's kind of out of the question. So really, I mean, in the rankings, if Holloway either has to wait it out or he's going to get a guy like Bermudez or Ortega or Diaz, does Yair Rodriguez or Duho Choi, they don't really deserve a shot against Max Holloway. You know what I mean? They should be fighting Holloway's leftovers. Guys like Stevens, Oliveira, Swanson, Lamas. That's who the guys that Rodriguez and Duho Choi should be fighting, not Max Holloway. Max Holloway has to fight Frankie, Aldo, or Conor next. Like, it won't be Conor, but I'm just saying, like, well, if Conor, yeah. Anyway, so much speculation. That 145-pound division, who fucking knows what's going to happen there with Conor, that's why I kind of think if McGregor loses, it's best for the UFC, just because, and I know he's a big draw and all that stuff, and it's going to hurt his star power if he loses again, but, you can't have a champion not defending his title, and I know, there's a lot of fighters that don't defend their title that much because of injury or what have you. But, I mean, McGregor, he's really screwing up this division, But it is what it is. He really is the best at 145, so, and he's the biggest draw in the sport, so not much really we can do about it. But anyway, just wanted to put out a video talking about Max Holloway. That guy's the real deal. He deserves his credit, and, he's such a young guy still. He's 24 years old, so this kid will be he'll be here for a long, long time. He will be champion eventually. I can see him moving up to 155 eventually. Max Holloway 5'11", he's a tall guy. But by the way, when he fought Dennis Bermudez, he wasn't 22, he was 21 years old. But anyway, this video went on long enough. If you liked the video, though, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. I post a lot of videos up there as well, and I post polls and stuff like that you can vote on. So definitely, if you got Twitter, go follow me, MMA Boxing Talk 1, and I'm also on Instagram at MMA Boxing Talk. That's it for this one. Peace.